one of those kind of still. And I'm looking at my baby eyes. I could see where he started needing oxygen because around his mouth started turning blue. So I start to panic. I'm panicking. I'm like panicking. I go in and I wake up my other family member who's on the living room floor, and I'm like, get up. My baby is not waking up. My baby is not waking up. I hand him the baby while I run out and get help. He's paranoid. My other family member is paranoid. We have kids in the house that's paranoid, that doesn't know what's going on. And I'm trying to say, I'm like, how could you accuse me of hurting our child? It's not just my child. I didn't just lose a child within this, but how can you accuse us of hurting?
So what happened? An ambulance came?
The ambulance came. They ended up calling the ambulance. Everybody in my breezeway was on the phone with the ambulance, with 911. Everybody was calling 911. One of my neighbors was actually trying to resuscitate him. He was back to catching his breath. They didn't declare my son dead until we got to the hospital. When you love someone, you don't accuse someone of doing the most wickedest thing ever. You could have accused me of cheating. Don't accuse me of harming my son.
Do you think that she was intentionally lying to you?
I don't know, Steve. That's why I'm here today.
You could have accused me of cheating. Don't accuse me of harming my son. But they resuscitated him enough in the apartments to put him on an oxygen mask until we got to the hospital. Once they took that oxygen mask off my son and gave him an IV, that's when he passed. So it's like, I'm not understanding, how could you even accuse me of doing something like this? This hurts. This hurts. When you love someone, you don't accuse someone of doing the most wickedest thing ever. You could have accused me of cheating. Don't accuse me of harming my son. And then you have my kids questioning me. You didn't say this in private. You never told me this. You never told me this, how you felt. Now, all of a sudden, a week before my son's birthday, you want to start telling me you feel like this? It's crazy because we've been together for 5 months. You've been out of jail for 5 months. We have been together those 5 months. You have not been with that fiance.
When did he accuse you?
He's never accused me as far as to saying he believes. He's always say, like, when we get in an argument, the first time he actually said it, it was like he was, Thanksgiving? But he never meant it. He was like, I just said it out of anger. I said it because I was mad. But if that's truly and honestly how you felt, you should have told me that.
So he gets out of jail, and he comes
home
with you.
to me.
Right.
He comes home to me.
And when do you guys break up?
We just broke up before we came to the show. Before we came to the show. Steve, he was still staying with me. I don't understand why he's telling everybody that we broke up in November.
He told our producers that the relationship was over in November.
No, in November, we were still staying together. We never separated, and it was not an intentionally breakup separation. We had to separate in November because our apartment was getting remodeled. It was getting remodeled, so we had to separate. We departed November the 17th. November the 17th because I didn't want to go to his family member house. He didn't want to go to my family member house. So we went and we stayed with his family member. I stayed with my family member. He stayed with his family member until our apartment got ready. Just December the 29th, you was just telling me you was ready to come home.
Did you know that he was back with his ex?
No, he has not been back with her. I don't know what he's been doing from November to December. But in between, before that...
When did you find out he was engaged to her?
He proposed to her the day he was supposed to propose to me.
Which day was that?
On my son's birthday, January the 9th.
Okay.
January the 9th, the day you were supposed to propose to me.
How did you know he was going to propose to you?
Because I saw the messages in my mom's phone just a little after Christmas. Matter of fact, it was around the time we went back home, December the 29th. I'm walking in the room, Malik grabbed my hand, and he said, baby, I got something for you. Remind you, we just finished having sex, so I'm getting in the tub. You say, I got something for you. Okay, what do you have for me? Oh, I'll give it to you. But we ended up falling asleep. We ended up going our separate ways that day. We ended up having a lot going on, getting ready for our son's birthday party or whatever. And it's, I guess, the place or the timing wasn't right. You had to find a perfect place or the perfect way to do it. But either way it went, you proposed to somebody else with a ring that was genuinely meant for me. How could you propose to another woman that you got love for with a ring that you're...
Did that just blow you away?
It blew... Steve, baby, I like to snatch my wig off. That's how far it blew me away. That's how far it blew me.
And this woman that he's engaged to, this is his ex.
This is his...
And he has 2 kids with.
2 kids with. This is his ex who she's been trying to get back in the picture. Way when she found out I had a son. I was pregnant. Now, me and her was pregnant around the same time. She tried to, and this was when me and Malik first got together, and, you know, we was into a relationship. She was already pregnant. She was pregnant before me. And me and Malik was already in a relationship when she found out she was pregnant. Me and Malik was already in a relationship.
So he was sleeping with both of you?
She was already pregnant. She had her own thing going on. You understand me? Like, I'm not under... This is where it's all confusing me at. Because...
It's really confusing.
It's finna confuse me, and y'all brought... I mean, I called the show, but y'all want to bring me out here for something.
What was the point for you to come on?
The point for me to come on was to prove to him that I never lied to you about nothing, regardless of what your family said about my son. I'm not stunning.
But now this is turning out, you didn't know that he is engaged to this,
I didn't know he was engaged to his baby mama until
Do you think that she's the reason why that Malik is questioning?
Yes, because she wasn't getting any dealing with from Malik when my son was here.
Why do you think he's going back?
Because he's trying to replace what he lost. He just lost his whole entire world. He lost his fiance. He lost his son. He's trying to fill that void.
Do you still want to be with him?
I don't want to, Steve. I came here to prove a point for my son. When you can give another person a ring that you gave a person you in love with, it's nothing there. How could you possibly accuse me of killing our son?
So you didn't lie to me about my son's death?
No, I didn't
lie to you. So you didn't ever tell me
I never...
She was there in the moment, panicking, rushing the baby to the hospital.
So you didn't lie to me about my son's death?
No, I didn't lie to you.
So you didn't ever tell me
I never... How could you accept the ring when you accepting the ring for somebody that you...
But maybe she didn't know.
She knew, Steve. She knew. You don't stay with Malik. You don't stay with... You know he don't stay with... You know where he's at.
But don't you think it's possible that he was going over there, too?
He was going over there. I don't know what he was doing behind my back. I can't tell you what he was doing behind my back, but I can tell you this, Steve. Within those...